Have you ever actually stopped to just think about the sheer speed of technological innovation happening right now? I mean, we're talking about a phenomenon that is actively, right this second, reshaping our reality. The biggest revolution in human history isn't some distant sci-fi event waiting for us 100 years from now. No, it's unfolding right now, and honestly, the pace of it all is just absolutely breathtaking.
So, what if the biggest technological revolution is happening right now? Think about it. Artificial intelligence is already completely transforming how we work at our jobs, how we learn new skills, how we create art, and fundamentally, even how we think. From generating highly complex code to running entire business operations, AI is changing the world way, way faster than most people even realize.
All right, so here's how we're going to break this down in today's explainer. First, we'll clearly define what AI actually is. Then we'll look at the mechanics of machine learning, explore some everyday applications, and finally, we'll weigh the future opportunities against the risks.
Okay, jumping right in. Section 1, Defining AI and Moving Beyond Fixed Instructions.
So what exactly is artificial intelligence? Well, the formal definition is that it's computer systems designed to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. Things like understanding language, recognizing images, and making complex decisions. And that phrase right there, normally require human intelligence, is absolutely crucial. We aren't just talking about a computer crunching giant spreadsheets anymore. We're talking about systems actually solving problems and learning from experience. Traits we used to think belonged exclusively to the human brain.
I love this comparison because it really hits the nail on the head. Think of traditional software like a standard calculator. It's rigid. It follows exact fixed instructions. If a programmer doesn't specifically write a rule for it, the software literally cannot do it. But AI operates way more like a student. It studies examples, it learns underlying patterns, and it actually improves over time. That single shift, going from rigid instructions to adaptive learning, is exactly what makes AI such a game changer. It learns.
Moving along to Section 2, the mechanics of machine learning, which is really the beating heart of modern AI.
Okay, so how does it actually learn without being explicitly programmed? Let's say we want to teach a computer the difference between a cat and a dog. Step 1, we just input millions of images of cats and dogs into the system. We don't write a single line of code that says, hey, cats have 20 ears and dogs have floppy ears. We don't need to, because in Step 2, the AI churns through that massive mountain of data and starts recognizing the patterns entirely on its own. It mathematically figures out the difference between a feline and a canine. So by Step 3, the AI can successfully identify unseen animals. You show it a picture of a dog it has literally never encountered before, and it knows exactly what it is, just by applying those patterns it studied.
And that brings us to a foundational rule. The more quality data the AI receives, the smarter and more accurate it becomes. Data is essentially the lifeblood of this entire technology. It's the textbook for our digital student. Without massive, high-quality streams of data, the AI simply can't learn those critical patterns.
All right, let's look at Section 3, Daily Life Applications. Because, spoiler alert, AI is already here.
Seriously, AI is constantly working behind the scenes in our lives right now. You know those highly specific Netflix movie recommendations? That's AI. Google search predicting what you're going to type? AI. Your smartphone unlocking with facial recognition? Yep, AI. But it goes so much deeper than our gadgets. In healthcare, it's helping doctors detect diseases super early. In finance, it's spotting complex fraud in literally milliseconds. It's personalizing education for students, automating boring business tasks, and, this is a big one, it's revolutionizing content creation. We're talking about generating hyper-realistic video, writing scripts, creating images, and even composing music. It is seamlessly woven into the fabric of almost every major industry out there.
Because these tools are everywhere, a single creator can now do what once required large teams. Think about that. What used to take an entire department of writers, graphic designers, and data analysts can now be orchestrated by just one person using a suite of AI tools. It is an absolutely massive force multiplier for human potential.
Which brings us to our final section, Part 4, Future Opportunities and Risks, the classic double-edged sword. Now, with any technological leap of this magnitude, we have to be objective and look at both sides of the coin. On one hand, we have world-changing opportunities, saving unbelievable amounts of time, massively increasing global productivity, improving healthcare, and accelerating scientific innovation that's currently beyond our human capability. But on the other hand, we have very real challenges: job automation and displacement, incredibly complex privacy issues as these systems demand more and more of our data, and endless debates over how to regulate it all. These aren't just sci-fi concepts. These are concrete societal concerns that we have to actively manage.
So the real challenge moving forward is ensuring AI actually benefits humanity while minimizing those potential risks. Because, let's face it, the advancement of AI is practically inevitable at this point. Trying to stop it is like trying to stop the internet in the 90s. So our focus has to be on responsible usage, creating strong frameworks, and figuring out how we adapt as a society.
But there is a very optimistic way to look at this. Rather than replacing humans completely, the most likely future is one where humans and AI work together. I love this framing because it stops looking at AI as some robotic adversary coming for our jobs, and instead treats it as a powerful collaborative partner. It's a tool designed to augment what we can do so we can solve the really big, complex problems together.
So what's the big takeaway for you? Well, it's this. People who learn how to use AI effectively are the ones who may gain significant advantages in their careers and their lives. AI literacy is essentially your personal toolkit for thriving in this new era. If you learn to wield these tools, you are positioning yourself to adapt and succeed no matter what industry you're in.
So I'll leave you with this. Will AI ultimately create more opportunities or more challenges? And honestly, the more important question, how prepared are you for that change? Just take a second to really think about your own readiness. Because, as we've explored today, the future isn't tomorrow. The future starts right now. Thank you so much for diving into this with me today, and as always, keep learning.